What's going on, folks? This is ZCost83. We're going live with some list building. Want to just go over like kind of the background information of the campaign I started in the previous video. I'm hoping that the camera angle and that the volume of my speaking voice is better in this one with this new setup that I have. I got a new mat for the war room table here. But anyway, let's get to the lists. In the game, it started with it's East Germany versus West Germany. I'm going to get a little deeper into that. I'm going to use the Team Yankee rule book, first edition. I guess this is the first book. The new edition is just called World War III Team Yankee. This is Team Yankee World War III. It's completely different. Anyways, uh, I'm basically gonna do the Third German Corps from the Center Army Group. This is 1985. This is the Iron Curtain, East Germany, West Germany. This is the Allied forces that lined up. Um, we took on East Germany, which would be this little bit here, but they are actually backed up by the Eighth Guards Army in this sector. So that's what I'm going to add to this list, the war pack list with the Soviet Cold War list, 1946 plus. Um, the East Germans left behind, I think it was 4 T-72s along the farm area there, and they're going to be backed up by actual Soviet tanks, like some T-80s and some T-72s, some more T-72s. Uh, yeah, they have the Soviet T-72s have the explosive reactive armor. That's why we're bringing those. And the T-80s are just awesome. Though it's weird though, the T-80s, I use all GHQ models, but the T-80s are way smaller. That's the T-80s. The T-72s improved. These are modeled with the ERA on them, so it's 6 millimeter. You can kind of just call them whatever you want, so long as it looks relatively the same. That's all my Warpack stuff. Um, let's see. So here we go. East Germans out of the Warpack Grade 1 Army Cold War list, 55 to 90. It's gonna we've already went there. We're gonna drop the RPGs and bring in some BRDM ATGW tows, or it's not Sagger missiles. So BRDM's scout vehicle, but with guided missile rack on top of it. They're pretty good. They are paper thin, but this in this game, guided weapons work pretty weird. Basically, you can only fire guided weapons in opportunity fire, and then after you fire opportunity fire, it's harder to give you commands, and you can't do anything in your initiative phase. But it's basically a scout vehicle with a missile rack on it. You're not going to want to do much but opportunity fire, so just dig them in somewhere, pay for the defenses, and just have them just watch an area. But make sure you can't shoot. Remember, you can't shoot across power lines, which I always thought that was pretty awesome. I'm getting a little farther away from the microphone. I think this is better now. Might have spiked. I don't know. I have a equalizer unit. I just need a couple more connectors and stuff to get that up and running. Make the audio quality sound a little better. Let's see. So for the 8th Guards Army, we're gonna do. We'll pay for the better commanding officer. So he's 90 points, and then no infantry. I'm gonna take the cheaper East German infantry and some decent Soviet tanks. We'll go with explosive reactive armor T-72s. They have the same T-72 with the ATGW, but the special rule for that, listed all the way to the right as number 17, you can't, if you're in range of your main gun, you can't shoot your ATGW also. And again, you can only shoot the ATGW in OpFire. I guess that means if you're in OpFire range with your main gun and not with the guided weapon, or vice versa, that you can't use it. If they're at a certain range, I guess. I don't know. And there it is. The Spandrel BRDM is what I was talking about. It's AT5. Spandrel, anti-tank. They're 215 points also. That's another thing. The ATGW vehicles, guided weapon vehicles, are pretty expensive for scout vehicles. So you basically, it's only worth it if you're going to take around 2,000 to 3,000 points, unless you're doing all or mostly like just a motor rifle company and just have some infantry support there. The only reason to really do that in this game, anyway. I might do some Team Yankee next weekend on the channel. I think I'm actually definitely going to do that. I want to break out my Americans, my 6mm Americans. And which T80? There's a couple T80s on here. T80, so the 1985 plus, T80 improved. Or no, the cheaper one's 150. When we get an extra 20, you lose 20 centimeters of gun range. And what's that rule? Rule number 18. Do yourself a favor and print out your army list if you're going to use them repeatedly. Okay, so it has a 5-up armor save when hit by an ATGW from the front arc. So that's pretty good. It's all right. At least it has a save. See, that'll be that. So, was that 90? T80s. There's 150 each. We'll take 4. So that's 600. So 690. 690 for the T80 group to come in. So we'll attach that to. Oh, also 690 plus another 430 for 2 of the Spandrels. It's like 1,200 almost. And we'll take 3 of the SA6s because we're gonna mess with some anti-aircraft. And this is some dedicated anti-aircraft there, so that's 315 for 3 of those. BTR 6 is 35, so 140 for 4 of them. And so 4 BTRs full of some We'll just use the. See, those are 40. So yeah, they're 20 points cheaper to just use the Warpack 1 Elites. Those are 40 points each. So check those out. Check on those. I have a bunch of BMPs, but I like the BTRs for some reason, so I'm just going to use those. Rule of cool. It translates to all games. They're all rigid, so I gain no tactical doctrine bonuses by doing this, but I get to squeeze in some more mobility just in points. So I'm going to try to keep this next game at about 2,000 to 2,500 points per side. Well, for the main side, it's gonna, these other scenarios actually change the disposition a little bit. So a lot of them will actually tell you to have twice as many as the attacker or defender, depending on the type of scenario you're going to do. This next one is just a counterattack, so the attacker is going to have more points than the defender at this time. So we're going to have more West German tanks. We're going to take the regular infantry in the Martyrs and we're going to take an extra bazooka, so we'll have 2 bazooka upgrades. Those will just help me take out the BTRs when they start popping around the corners. The same 1A1 martyrs. We just gotta remember they have 3 hits this next time. 6 up save was, I got that right. They have infrared, which didn't come in play because we're not doing night games. And we got the same. So we're gonna take 4 more leopard A4s. So we'll have a total of 8 of those. And we'll take some leopard 2s. I'm gonna take 4 of those to back that up. So we'll just beef up our tank units. And really, I'm just gonna try to smoke as much of them as possible. Them being T-72s and T-80s as fast as possible. Our infantry are just gonna have to hang out. I think you have to have the infantry hang out to take the objectives. So I can't really commit them too much of the battle beforehand. They kind of just got to wait in the back and then zoom up after the tanks have cleared out of everything to take the objective. I think that's it for this next game. I'm going to go ahead and cut this stream now while my computer's still functioning, starting to freak out with the fan and everything right now. But until next time.